Hey boys and girls, today's lesson is adding decimals, and I just have to tell you that I just did this whole video once already, and apparently I wasn't recording, so here I am again. So I'm going to be adding decimals, and let's say I have 2.10, I'm sorry, the problem itself is 2.1, there's no zero there, 2.1 plus 1.95. You'll notice that this has one decimal place and this has two. So I can put the zero there if I want to. You don't have to. I'll show you that in another problem later on. So the big thing in adding decimals is you want to make sure that your whole numbers and your decimal numbers are lined up and that your decimals are lined up. When your decimals are lined up, it's very easy to remember that they go right where they are, underneath in the answer. So if I add this up, I got 4, I made my decimal point a little high, 4.05. Okay. There are lots of different combinations of numbers that you're going to be able to have when you're adding decimals. Sometimes you're going to have numbers that don't have a whole number or a number in the ones place. It's just going to be 8/10 plus 6/10. So you add 8 plus 6, it's 14, carry the 1. And that's just 0 plus 0 plus 1, so that's 1.4. You might have a number that has a number in the ones place, and then one that does not. And we know that when we write a number that does not have a number in the ones place, that spot is held with a 0. And then we just add those like we would any numbers. 7 plus 1 is 8, 0 plus 5 is 5, decimal point 3. Okay, here is one where you just have 4 and 5/10 and then 2 and 86/100. Again, you can, like we did up here, put the decimal in that place, but you don't have to, because you know that 0, and my numbers are not lined up very good on this, I'm sorry. Let me move my 6 over just a little bit. So you know that 6 plus nothing is going to be 6. And then 5 plus 8 is 13, carry the 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7. 7, and then the decimal point goes there. So 7.36. You can do this with a little bit of column addition. Again, the big thing is making sure that your numbers are lined up. So we have 16.75, 4 and 35/100, and then 10 and 8/100. So again, just keeping my places lined up. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 8 is 18, carry the 1. 3 plus 7 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. And then my decimal goes right in between the ones. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about, and the most important thing, is when you have sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm looking at page 427 on the lesson, and when you have, like it asks you to do in 21 through 26, where it says align and add, those types of problems, it is crucial, excuse my yawn, to make sure that you are lining up your places. That's when it's going to be your responsibility to make sure your places are lined up. So in number 21, we have 0.3, so 3/10, and then we have 8 and 44/100. So 8 is a whole number, and then 44/100. I'm a little close to my other problem, sorry. So I know this is a 0, so 4, 7, and then 8. So 8.74 is the answer to that problem. But it's very easy to forget to line up your places when you're aligning. But honestly, that is the most important part of this, and what separates it from anything else is making sure your numbers are lined up. But really, when you think about it, no matter what we do, when we're adding, multiplying, subtracting, we always want to make sure our numbers are lined up properly, because that is really the key to getting the right answer, is adding the right places together. Okay, so in a minute you should pause the video and go ahead and try some problems on 427. You don't have to try all of them. I suggest a few from each section and the problem solving, because we always want to do those problem solving problems. And then go ahead and unpause the video, and I will have the answers for you for the ones that you try. And then you can go on to doing your worksheet. All right, so pause the video right now. All right, welcome back. Here are the answers to the problems that you were doing. Again, if you don't get something right, consider how you aligned your problems, how you lined up your numbers and your decimals. Okay, notice number 15 here. Where's my pencil? There we go. Notice number 15 here is just a whole number. There is no decimal, so you want to make sure that you recognize that that would be zeros. So that's just 24. Okay. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and do your worksheet, and happy mathing. Talk to you later.